Hello everybody, this is Sonya. I'm in Australia and it is, where I live it's freezing cold. It's not even 10 degrees and it's supposed to be warm. To me it's supposed to be warm. As far as I'm concerned it should be warm. Anyway, today I'm looking for something, well for a minute, and I'm going to show you what I've been doing. I thought you might like to have a look for me, with me. Help me look. If you don't want to do this bit first, you don't have to, you can fast forward. This is how I've stored my laces and trims and things like this, see? I'm not going to have to go, because I can't see it really, because there's a lot in here. I need to look in all of them, don't I? I need to look in all of them, so I'm going to look through these bags. You can look through them with me too if you like. I'm going to lift some of them out. Have a look. I'm looking for little flowers or anything else that I feel I might need to use. I'll take this side out first and have a look through here and see what I've got. I do like to use all this sort of vintage stuff. I have a bit of this because that's what's mostly is in here. There's some other that's not vintage. But I do like these. This is the sort of thing I could use with what I'm working on now. Because I'm making that book, a fabric book, with slow stitching in it, and a few other things. And I've got a bit of seam binding in there, so that'll be handy. Looks like it's already been fixed, so that'll be good. I'll have a bit of that. So I might leave this bag out. Well, that wasn't. I'm actually going to put anything else I want into that. Anything else I want. Now, this is obviously, I got over it. I was probably doing a lot of the work, and I thought, well, that's enough of that. I've got over that. Unless, of course, it was a thing I wanted to do. I don't think it was a giveaway because there's stuff in here that I would use. I was just up to a sort of thing where there's a bit of everything in this, isn't there? And there's some Velcro. It is yellow, but I found another piece. I've got another few bits. Oh no, look at that. Actually, I probably should have put these all away, but I will eventually, just sometimes you don't feel like doing this. And I wrote on a few packets, so I'll do it my leisure. So I don't really have that much leisure time. I'll often find myself wanting to go through some things, and then I just start and I think I don't feel like doing that now. Now I'm just being awful honest with you. I've got a bit of glue stuck to me. You'll have to excuse that. It'd be a good idea if I put that close over, wouldn't it? So you can see what we're doing. Right. Just want to have a look at the time there. So that's just bits. This is lots of stuff that we can use on my gypsy things. So I've put all those sort of together, so you can find if you need a bit of gold or there's a bit gypsy or anything really it'll go on to. That bit there's interesting. There's a bit of crochet. I think it was a crochet. Anyway, it's a nice bit of ribbon. That's a good thing for putting with what I'm doing. That'll be getting there. Alright. Now you've got to realise that this has been saved up over many years. 40, 50 years. Yeah, 40 years. Easy. Look at that. Love that bit. Anything with, oh, look at that. Oh, yes, I can use that too. Oh, there's a bit of that. Something else on there. Love the colour. Love the colour of that. There's a bit of ric-rac. This is really colour done, this one. And this is good. I like that bit of ribbon there. Don't want to put too much out, do we? my cat's decided now that I might be talking to him, so he's having a bit of a sing. I'm sorry about that. Hubby might get up and put him in the lounge room in a minute, I don't know. Yeah, what am I doing with the ones just leaving them sitting there for a minute, Sonia? Put that in there. That is really good. I'm just going to get a piece off of this, and that way, I think what I'd like to do is just leave some things in a section, you know, in the bag, and then I can come back to it and use it for that sort of thing, you know. So I'm going to cut a bit off this. There's a little sequence. Hey, most of this stuff, well all of it's been recycled from clothes or just bits that you find in thrift stores. Some of it was gifted, a lot of it was gifted to me. And it's just, you know, really good, and I'm really lucky I got all that. Oh, look at that one there. There we go. I like that one. When I show you what I'm doing, when you think about what I'm working in, that book, you'll probably see, you know, what I'm going to use. I'm trying to get that off there. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for your comments and your likes. I really, really appreciate that. Because, you know, it doesn't matter how many subscribers you get. It's to do with how many people like your work. You know, what helps you. If you're seeing your thing will go higher on the algorithm thingy. I don't know, it's just a way it works. I'm a little bit not sure. I've got some more of that somewhere. I'll have that bit over there too. Look at this. Wow. Oh dear. Well, I can get involved in doing stuff out of this for ages, I know, but I'm really looking forward to this. Today is definitely a day of not doing a lot. Hubby was going to work on his incubator because he's given it a bit of a fix up because he's going to hatch some more eggs, but he decided it's too cold to be doing that and rain, and so he's out there reading now about gardening and stuff. I know that's what he does. He likes to read about farms or gardens and things. Oh, these are nice bits, aren't they? I don't think I need to get out much more of this, though. We'll have to see, won't we? Some of these are a bit big. You'd think I could sit here and throw things together really fast with all this stuff, wouldn't you? Maybe. It might be just... I haven't been squashing the air out of these. And they've got to fit back in the packet, in the box. They will. So I'll talk them to it. Now, what have I got in here? See, this is... I put them away reasonably fast. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes, that's a velvet piece of ribbon, people. Oh, nice. Beautiful. And this is a thing that I was looking at something like that the other day. So cut the middle out of there and you put something in there. Right, I'll put that. Don't want to put it over there, but I am. There's an S. One of you lovely people gave me this a very long time ago. I can't tell you who it was. I'm so sorry. I'm sure if you're still watching me, you'll remember it was yours and let me know. Because I just have so much about everywhere. I just can't keep track of it. That's a nice piece, isn't it? Of who, and what. I did this bit. Gee, I went a long way. Actually, I've done more than I thought. That looks nice, doesn't it? I love that bit of work. I could probably use that on something, couldn't I? But not. I won't keep that out because you know what? If I find something different, I'm going to have to just let it go if I get an idea about something different. And this one here was from Debbie Vignola made that. I'm sure she did. She sent me this and a card. I still got that too. And if I've got them in somewhere like this, it's for ideas, for inspiration. It's always for inspiration. Okay, should I squeeze the air out? Anyway, if it doesn't fit back in that box, I'll just get another box, put some in. Now there's a bit that I did for me. I was working on me steampunk one. I've still got that, people. If anybody, there's still people out there wanting to see the, results of that yet. So I'll have to get back on that for you. It will. It'll happen. I'll tell you. I'll be doing this forever and ever. Amen. Okay. Forever and ever. Amen. Do I need to get a bit of this out? That's nice, isn't it? I probably could use a bit of that, even though I don't go that colour as much. Right. Now, I get some of these out here. I can throw some back in. Haven't found the bits we're after yet, have we? More here. And these go back in there. Alright. Sorry about that. These are not very vintage, not vintage in there, I don't think. Or oldish looking. Oh, that's nice there. This bit. I do like that. I have a bit of that. I thought I might as well let you help me find something. You know, because you can always dye any of these stuff or put it in a... I've had this for ages and ages and ages and years and years. That's neat, isn't it? How that's pushed down in there, the fluff. Make that dimensional. You'd probably have to have a little iron when I took it out of there. I feel a little bit disheartened here because I've got a feeling that I don't know if this is the right box. But anyway, can't really see it. It says it's lace and that. And ribbon on the box. Bit of sari silk. I did have I like that bit. That bit might be worth looking for, or looking at. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? I love the hot green bit. I love the green bit. I've got heaps of that there now, haven't I? I've got a tiny bit of that out, and that's all I need, don't I? I don't need to have heaps. I'm sure. Okay. Oh, gee, look at this. I can see that this is a lot of vintage stuff in here. Really, really nice vintage pieces. Oh, that one there might not be, but this one here is, for sure. And that one, there's a bit of dyed. Look at that. That is a vintage piece of a really old bit of stuff. Keep that bit there. Geez, I only want a bag's worth. I want all that to go in that bag in a minute. You know, back in the days when I used to be crafting every time I got a chance, I'd love to have all this stuff. I just have to wait, and now I've got it all. I don't have I have the want to do it. It's just, you know, as far as I go, I need some time and that feel energetic about it, I suppose. That's an old piece, but it's really strange that I made a flower out of that once and I didn't really like it. Here's a nice bit of little bit of trim with they're too big. I don't want to use those today. These are good bits to make those flowers out of that I like to do. Really good for that. Really good. I like. Oh yes. I might have to set that bag somewhere I can find it. It can go up in there. It's over there, that's the way. All the blues. Oh, velvet. Oh no. I have got velvet ribbon. You swear I didn't, but these are wider ones than what the ones that I've got. Oh, look at that. The only thing wrong with this, it's got a bit of a stain every now and again, but that doesn't matter. Look, I have to use the whole bit. Gee, this is pretty stuff in here, isn't it? Look, this is a piece of clothing. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, dear. Oh, I'm making myself cry. So much stuff I should be working with, but I'll get it done. Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? I do love that. I'm going to sit it there and look at it and just go, oh dear, I wish I had the energy. I will get it back I'm hoping to get it back when I get out of this funky cold place. I'm in a funky cold place at the moment. Don't like that. There's some bits in there I'm not a big fan of. This is good. This sort of thing. I love that sort of thing. Righto. Pinky one. Pinky. Nothing there that I'm partial to. Bigger bits than that in there. Nothing there that I see. We've already been through and looked at this, haven't we? Yeah. That one on the floor, I want it in the box, please. I've got to go back in the box. These are nice, pretty laces. This one is skulls. Suppose I put these in here because I might have been going, like I said, going through a lot of stuff again and thinking, oh, well, I'll do that later. Nobody wants to play with that today, is probably what I thought. That's a nice butterfly. A couple of beads there. I like that greeny colour. That's pretty, isn't it? I'm really keen on looking at that bit of fabric there. Is this fun? Has anybody enjoyed doing this? Look at that. I do like that. They're nice colours, isn't it? Oh, I might get a big roll of it here. I might just get a bit of it, eh? Because I'm looking at cutting out them flowers there. That's what I was looking at. Not so much the... and the flowers that I was after, I don't know what I've done with them. They're in one of the boxes here in the room. Well, me and Jeremy said when the weather gets a bit better, we're going to go through and just pick out what we need to get out of here. Seen that one. Seen that one. Seen that one. And seen that one. Okay, no, what is it? I can't believe this, but they're all still in the box. Oh, on it in around. Some of these are some of the fabric strips that I tore off because I was making, you know, so I could make little the fabric things that I like to do. Is this another purple one or the same? It is the same one. I really like that. I don't know why, but I do. I started, it's not a vintage piece, I don't think. I suppose it could be. Then it's stretchy, so you've got to be careful. I'm not going to worry about keeping that out because sometimes that stuff doesn't work. If you've got a stretchy bit, it might not work sometimes. So, right, now, I must say it does raise up over the top of the thing a bit, but I will push it down in there and it'll be fine. And here's a little piece of stitching that I can put in what I'm doing. Now look, see, this is all I kept out. Aren't I a good girl? That's all I kept out, yeah. It is. Because I'm going to use it, I hope, in the little book and other things that I'm working on. So now I'm going to show you something else that I did spend quite some time working on yesterday to try and get it right. Did a few videos, decided not to put one of them up because they were it didn't work for me properly. It doesn't matter how many times I tried, I could not get it right. So today I'm going to show you how to make this. And this is a thimble bag, okay? It's wee, I know, but that's what I wanted. And don't tell me I've left the thimble out. I haven't got the thimble. It doesn't matter. How I decided to do it was I put my finger in there at first to start to make it, you know, to put it together. It is a little bit tricky because I've tried to line it as well. Now, it's not finished, so I'm going to finish it for you. This is another one that I started to make. I might have a mouthful of water. I'm going to be putting it with this. I need a bit of, I'll tell you what, I'll move this back over here. Right, there's a few things in here that shouldn't be sitting there, I suppose. I actually brought some scissors in with me, and like a good girl, brought some scissors in. Oh, move it around that way. No, push it over, just push it over. Push it over, Sonya. Right, now I did try many ways, right. I started out, this was the first bit, too small. So I need to tell you about it because I've actually got a little piece of card in the bottom of there. Now you don't have to do one the same as mine, you don't have to do that. It's up to yourself what you do. I broke my needle threader, and I just found that bit there. And when my eyes are feeling like it, I can try and see if I can fix it, or just use it like it is, eh? I could set that up there on the magnet and just use that like it is, so we don't have to fiddle around with that now. Right, now these are all things that I've got here to do embellishing with because I cart this round with me, and I really wanted to use some of this lace that I got from the lady, and it's nice handmade vintage lace, it says. Oh, it's machine made baby lace, nylon, 2 metres long, some slight discolouring. So she sent me that, so that's really nice, isn't it? Really pretty. So I've got that there because I need a little bit. Now, like I said, I'm going to make... So before I made this little book, when I was doing the journals I got over there, because I was going to put it with the journal, but I didn't because I never sold the journal because I don't want to. I want to keep that. I've decided to keep it. So I made a little pin thing. And this is a little needle book. There's a pocket there. You could have put something in, but I don't think your thimble would have fit, you know. So this is another add-on to, you know, whatever you wanted to do, because this one here is going to be just not actually a needle book. It's going to be a fabric book. So it's not really to go with that. Oh dear, I'm making another one. I'm not gonna start doing anything with that at the moment. So I just want to make this today and show you how to do this, because I found it a little bit tricky because I wanted to line it and everything, and I needed to make, and it was very small. And when I'd go along, I'd think, well, now I've got, where was I? Where's that bit I was using? Now I thought, now, well, I'll put my hand in there. All right. This is my engineering of the thing. So I put my finger in there, thought, well, that'd hold it, you know, plenty of room, right? I sews up in, I thought, oh no, it's going to have all this in the middle, you know, that's not right. I threw that away. I got this one. I've made a French seam on this, look, in the inside, because I didn't want to have, but also I had to go back and do some decorating on it, see, so I didn't do that. I sewed it twice, like you sew it down, you turn it the other way and you sew it back the other way, so you've got no daggy seams. So that was my thought process there. Then I thought, oh no, I'm supposed to put stuff on there. Started to do that and thought, well, that's khaki, you know, and I thought, now, what am I going to do with it now? I still need to do something, and I can probably retrieve it, I don't know, it's not really that worth it, I don't think. And so then I decided another one, so this is number 3. I think it's number 3. I don't think I had a 4. But I could just do, you know, something with them bits later or not. It doesn't really matter. So I've not showed you me fixing this bit, so I might. Well, see, all I got to do to that, and I don't need to think you need to see, is just stick that in there. Okay, I'm going to do that. And this is another piece that I've started on, and I don't know, it's a big pocket, and I haven't finished doing stuff on there, but I will. And then, of course, it's got all them pages in the inside that I've got here. So, let's make a little one of these. Now, when I first did it, I thought, oh no, because this is not very much decorated, is it? You know, it's not got enough interest on it, has it? You know, I could have had more, but it was just not me. So I decided I wanted to cover it with this lace, and this is beautiful, this piece of lace. Look, it's got all these bits on it, see? It's got all these little bits of, whatever, on there. So I can use that again, make another one, can't I? First of all, though, I want to show you that I'm going to put around... I'm going to finish this one. We'll just finish this off a little bit. Won't take long. I'll just do a bit around here. Now, I'm not going to be saying stuff. Don't panic about that. I needed... hang on a minute. What about this stuff? Would that work? The colour? No, I don't think so. And this is too bright. That's way too bright. I haven't brought in my box of thread that I've got out there. I don't think this one will work. That might look alright. Let's go with what you were going to do with in the first place, eh? I'm going to put this on it. And I want a piece of fabric, a piece of something, that maybe. I'm going to needle. This is strange, me finishing off something at the beginning, isn't it? But if I started to make it, and you know me, I do like to show you how things are done, but by gee, it got really wrong. It was way out of control. I thought, I can't show you me doing that. It was just not my thing. And here I go with this, threading the needle again. This one doesn't seem thick enough anyway. So why am I doing it? I don't know. Where's one here that I've got some cotton through? No, that's not thick enough. Neither is it. Actually, what I did, I think I took away all those ones that were too too thick because they were annoying. I tried to sew with a couple of them and they were terrible. I do like these boxes. Very little though, and I tend to misplace them a fair bit. I won't do it anymore. They've been sitting in front of me since we did the room, so that was good. I think, you know, when you make something nice or whatever you make, you know, you want to put something with it to see the book that will go with this. I'm hoping to have the same sort of idea on it, see. So I'm going to make a knot in here, a knot in there, right. Now I'll get, I need the knot to be on the outside because it's going to, I don't know if I need to put any more stuff on it. I won't, I don't think, it'll be right. So I need to be here, about so, and come up and in this bit here, do you think? Alright, leave that, go through there, we can go over this bit, under this bit I should say. See what we're doing? You see what we're doing there? Because this is going to work if you don't put any back stitches or anything. And I'm going to sew this on it just to have a ticket. This is going to be a ticket. I don't know what to put on it yet. I will eventually do something on it. Then I'm going to go down in there. I've got the stitches so you can see them, but I don't want them too big, okay? You don't want them to be too big because I should have put that after. Right, now to save doing all that undoing, I'm going to cut that off there without cutting my cotton, I hope, and put it on again in a minute when I get to the end, because I should have left it on the end, shouldn't I? Because I can't pull that in if it's, and make a stitch if that's in the road. Is that right? Yes, it surely is. Where's my little black scissors in there? Don't cut the cotton, Sonya. Oh dear, oh dear. See how I did that? Where's that? Where did I get that off? This bit. Because I do need it to be reasonable size. Oh, here. Make it frilly. So, you know, you probably think I'm in a mess working in this, but it's the way I do it. It works for me. You'll have everything on hand and things around you inspire the next bit of your work. Right, now, I probably should have put it, I'm going to put this right to the end and bring it to the front again. One stitch. And bring it out with next to this piece. Don't go through the thread because otherwise you'll keep getting it caught. Now we can put this bit on. I need a sign on it. It says something, I don't know what. And then when you pull that up there like that, you've got a little bag, see? Put your thimble in. Now I'm going to make a knot on here. That can move up and down, go wherever you want to put it. Cut that, it might be a tiny bit too long, it just depends. But I can just I might take it up a bit shorter, I've done it too long, it's a bit shorter. You've got to make sure that you've got enough so you can open the bag and get the thimble out. Righto. Have you done, Sonya? Have you done? There we go. A bit of too much cotton there, that's what that is. Oh, don't tell me, look at that, it's going to split. And, oh my goodness gracious me, how did I do that? That must have been when I was cutting that other off there. I'm going to save it. How? How am I going to save it? Oh, I know. I'm going to patch that. It's probably not something you do though, because how are you going to pull it back through there? You've got to open it to get the thimble out. Here we go. So can I have the patch still? I probably can. Maybe I'll just put this piece of material up there and glue it. Because I don't want that to come undone. That'd be really bad, wouldn't it? So I must have cut it when I was doing this fancy business here, eh? Trust me. So let's put something on that. Might even look good with it on there. So it's not pulled, so it doesn't pull all the way through and tear. We'll stick that on there, okay? That's a little bit patchy, that's not quite what I'm after. Let's go with something like this on there. Maybe it'll look like it's meant to be there, do you think? So this is where the bit of torn cotton is, frayed cotton. And we're going to stick that on there. Hopefully it'll stick down, eventually it will. Sorry, I hope I'm not out of shot here. I better get a wriggle on so I can show you how to put this together. So I can only pull that one up, but that's okay. When I do the next one, I'm not going to wreck it. I'm going to leave this though because it's an original, whatever. Well, we'll pull from there. Just can't take it from its end bit. Okay. And then you're just going to undo that and yeah. So there's your thimble holder, which you could always put your needle thread or something in there too if you like me and keep losing them all the time. But it will hold the thimble nicely. But it was, my thimble was there and now it's not. So that's good, isn't it? I like it. Now let's show you quickly, as fast as we can without mucking it up too much, how to do this, okay? Right, so now because I know about the bottom of this, which was another thing for me, a little bit tricky, but you know, it can be done. Now, or you can do it another way. It's up to you, whichever way you want it to be. So I'm using a bit of calico on that, but I've got also some of this. This is on the bottom, so maybe I can still use that, although do I need calico because it'll sew better or what? I won't be able to sew anything much on it today because I don't have I won't have time to do that. That. Everything I'm picking up's got stuff on it. Except for this bit, so I'm going to use this bit. This is I don't know what it is, but it's like a, you know, it looks like stuff men's, what's the name, pants made out actually. That's a bit grotty, that bit. I don't know how to use that. That's not right. I'm not going to use that bit. Maybe this bit's nicer. Oh, I fixed the, I mean, I sat on the chair properly. And no, it didn't work that time. This isn't too bad. It's probably it's probably old, so it's got stuff on it, I guess. So I had to have, I should have wrote it down, but I'm sure this is 4 inches by 3.5 that way, okay? Centimetres would be 10. It wraps around. Yeah, about that. Is that too? That's too big. Maybe not. I haven't got time to fiddle with this. I can't see what that says on there properly. That's why I bought this, so I could see what I was doing. Yeah, so that's a bit over 4 inches. It is a fairly big piece, but you see, you surprise yourself by realising that yes, it is. I'll cut out 2 because I probably make 2. You never know. Not today. I don't have time to do that today, but because I've been a lot of fiddling around looking for me goodies, haven't we? We've been busy doing other things, yes. Oh, hang on a minute, here's some nicer bits. This is a nicer bit to use, I think. That one's too thick, it's there. It's way too thick. This is it. Right, now, I need 3. It's sitting there in front of me too, measurements, so. 4 that way. That's right. Don't put that there, it doesn't belong there. So now, back in there, that's the way. Now, right, it's a bit long. But you've got to look at this now. This is going to be the top, okay? So that's the top of it. You want this to be folded over and stitched, so you need it to be that long, but you probably don't need this to be that far, you know, that big. So let's just I'm going to make this nearly the same, unless I've got some other lace here that I can just put over the top of it to make it a bit different. Even that there might look good. This might look good. This might look really good. Actually, it's a good size. Yes, it is a good size to make your little thing out of it, and it's got a little edge. But I'm going to put that up against that bit because that'll work, right? If you know what I mean. I'll sew this now because I can decorate it after with something. I can stitch, because I could stitch through there. I'm not going to be too concerned about that bit, I don't think. Now what you want to do is you just need to sew up the side here first. Okay. Now when I did the other one, actually it would be a good idea if I turn this through the right way, and I will be doing that in a minute. I just wanted to make sure that I've got all them bits there. So you've got to make sure you got that bit there too, because it's a bit longer. I'll cut that bit off. So I did that 4 by 3.5, is it again? Yep. Okay, now a needle that'll work nicely for me. Some cotton. I picked up some cotton and put it in the one box there, and it's still all sitting in there, needs to be fixed. Don't have time for that. I have time for fixing things. I'm actually running really short on this video too, but if I just show you a little bit of the general idea to start with here and see what happens, because I just need to show you the bones of it, don't I? Okay, the bare bones. So I'm going to stitch this up here like so, just with little stab stitches. That is good. That's not good at all, because that's not over far enough. I'm still not catching every bit. I need to catch everything. Alright, so you need to check what you're doing to see, make sure that it's all good. Alright. Now, if I get certain, I've got 10 minutes. Okay, so if I do 10 minutes more, and we don't get it all done, and you're a bit worried about how it goes together, can you just message me and I'll finish it. But I'm sure I shouldn't be able to do this. If I reel along here, shouldn't I? Eh? Should be able to do it. Now, I'm going to cut that off there level with that. Righto. Because it will work. It's the same size. So I can cut that off there. Now, but see, you don't have to use the same measurements. It's just that what I did works out for what I need, you know, for it to be. I can put a stamp or a word or something on that little ticket. I can do that. Let's hang on there. I can just add. I might just need to add a bit to it. That's all. I just feel like I could add a bit. That little ticket. I'm going to go back up here quickly a little ways, because I'm going to cut some of that off there. Okay. So what I've got now for the edge, wasn't thinking that I didn't get the frilly bit up above it, but I don't think that matters really, that I haven't got the frilly bit up there above it. Okay. So we've got this like so. I'll finish that there. Now, the part that sort of balked me for a while was putting this bottom in, okay? But when I got this thing, the glue pot, I sucked. It's got glue all over it. I got the glue pot and I put it in there, and that's just the right size for the base, okay? So what I did then was I got a piece of card from off a description box of mine. Or you can use a bit of cardstock or something. Draw around this. Cut it out. And I'm going to have to make a part 2. I'm sorry, I have to go. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.